About the importance of special teams. It kind of starts there with him. As a guy who's brought here to coach special teams, how much does that excite you?
Oh, when we had the opportunity to talk about the job, prior to me coming here, he shared the same feelings with me, and that really is exciting to me because I know that there's going to be a great point of emphasis on it, and I feel like we're going to have the players, and we're going to have the coaching, and everything that it's going to take to be really successful on special teams, and we know that can be the hidden dynamic in a lot of games that gives you an opportunity to win, and we're going to take full advantage of it.
What is it? How important is it to get buy-in from the top of the roster to the bottom when it comes to special teams, and how do you create that kind of atmosphere?
It's critical that everybody on the team has a role to play on your special teams units. When you talk about the things that special teams does, you control field position, both in the return game and the coverage game. You have an opportunity to put points on the board every time you take the field. You have an opportunity to change and gain momentum in football games. So I think when your best players buy into that philosophy, it makes it certainly easier. And you want your best players on it, because the reality is all of our kids have the aspirations to want to play in the NFL. And if they want to play in the NFL, more than likely they're going to have to play roles on special teams. So it's good for them and it's good for us.
How would you describe your coaching style?
I'm a teacher first. I love the game. I'm passionate about the game. The game has provided so much for me, so I respect the game. But I kind of, I'd view myself as a teacher, no different than but football is my subject. No different than if you were teaching math or science or history or whatever else. But I have a great passion for the game. I love the game. I love to compete, and I feel very fortunate to be where I am today.
What attracted you to Florida State and working with Coach Norvell?
Florida State, growing up in the era that I grew up in, with Florida State was big time football. It is big time football. Everything about it. Coach Bowden, the great teams that he had for so long, and when a place like Florida State calls, you answer the call. There's no question about it. And then once I got to get to know Coach Norvell about better and really kind of hear his philosophy and what he thought he could build here, it made a really easy decision for me and my family to decide that this is where we need to be.
Kind of going along with Coach Norvell. To come here and want to work with him.
That was a big part of why I decided to come, is talking to the people around him and that knew him, even though I didn't have a personal relationship. I haven't heard anybody say a bad thing about somebody, and that's hard to find in this day and age. Usually somebody has something to say that's some kind of negative, and I haven't heard one and I haven't seen one. And then obviously we all know that nobody's perfect, but just all the positive feedback that I got about Coach really led me to be excited about this opportunity.